Yoga postures that are related to the pelvic area is known to help stretch, strengthen, improve the circulation as well as make sure that there is lymphatic drainage happening in the pelvic region, and therefore it has been found to be very useful for all sorts of reproductive disorders. Postures that we are going to explore today have been found beneficial for various conditions like erectile dysfunction or maybe frigidity or maybe just a low libido. So these postures very much use the pelvic area and are very simple to practice, and eventually you can build up to more tougher postures which will help you regain control and have a better life. We're exploring 3 simple postures that you can do sitting down and lying down, and after that we shall be practicing the bandha or a lock which is related to the pelvic region. So to begin with, bring the soles of the feet together and try to hold on to your toes. Start fluttering your legs to begin with so that you have some sort of mobility happening there. If you're comfortable, bring the heels closer to your hip. If you need, you can start placing blocks or books, anything to help prop it up, because some of us are very tight here. If you're starting here, that's absolutely fine, because many people do start here and then eventually they work their way all the way down to the floor. So let's go ahead and flutter a bit. And then once you feel comfortable, just let the knees drop. Bring the elbows close to the thigh, and as you exhale, lean forward and stay. Make sure that before you practice these 3 postures for pelvic health, that you've warmed up your body sufficiently. This means that the blood circulation will be really good, so that when you start these practices, you will have the best of experiences. Stay and breathe as much as possible. Slowly start working your hands, your head towards the floor. Maybe you can even bring your hands down to the floor. Wherever you are is good enough. Stay and breathe. Someday the forehead might touch the floor. You're going to stay long so that you can feel the hip opening. These postures have to be done slowly and mindfully. So as you inhale, take the breath all the way to your pelvis, to your hip. As you exhale, try to bend more, reach further. Inhale slowly and exhale, bending more slowly. Continue to breathe and continue to stay in the pose. Make sure that your knees feel good, that they are not in strain. Continue to stay in the pose as you stretch the hands forward and as you bring the head down to the floor. Inhale, slowly walk your hands all the way back. Exhale and release. We will be doing a similar leg position, but we shall be lying down, therefore making it much more comfortable. So go ahead and turn on the mat and slowly lie down with the soles of the feet touching, the knees separated. Thumb and index can be touching so that your mind is more focused. And if you're a woman, you can practice the Yoni Mudra, that is to interlock the thumb, the index released, and then you have the last 3 fingers interlacing. Shoulders relaxed, back of the head resting. Stay in this pose and breathe. Breathe all the way into your pelvis, and when you breathe out, try to feel the thighs, feel the groin, feel the lower back, relax the muscles there. Take a nice slow deep breath going in, and as you breathe out, try to relax your hip, relax the front of your hip, your groin, your pelvis. Breathing in and out very slowly, taking the breath all the way to your pelvis, to your reproductive organs, and as you exhale, you try to relax as much as possible. Try to become very aware of all the sensations there. Keep breathing in and out very slowly. As mentioned earlier, all these practices are done slowly and mindfully because we are trying to figure out how to connect the body and the mind with just our thought. The postures greatly assist us, but if we can control a part of the body with a thought, we will start finding it easier to come out of various medical conditions. And to come out of the pose, bring the knees together, turn to the side, and then slowly, gently come up without disturbing the spine too much. For the third and final posture, which is the pigeon pose or Kapotasana, come onto your fours like a cat. Again, this is a hip opener. So you will bring the right knee between your palms. The right foot is slightly towards the left hand. Now slowly start extending, lengthening the left leg all the way back. So eventually the hip starts to come down to the floor. And then as you exhale, bend forward, stretch the hand, head down. Most likely we will all be somewhere here. That's also fine. If you wish to, you can place a bolster underneath the thigh for support or a block for support. Wherever you are, that is absolutely fine. But if you can stretch and stay, do that. Make sure you don't tilt to any side of the body, and instead you stay with your hip pointing directly down towards the floor. Stay and breathe. Try to feel which part of your muscles are working, which part of your muscles are stretching. If you're trying this pose, you will start sensing a deep stretch happening somewhere near inside your right thigh, your right butt. Stay there and breathe. Keep staying in the pose and breathe all the way into the right leg, the right thigh. Inhale, slowly come back up. Come back onto your fours. And then let's go ahead and do the other side. So let's have the left knee coming between your palms. The right leg goes all the way back. As you exhale, bring the head down. Stretch the hands out and stay. Inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale and release. So these are practices that will help you open out the hip, but more importantly, we are trying to build awareness into different parts of the hip, the pelvis. The final practice that we shall be learning today is the Mula Bandha or the root lock. So here what you're trying to do is, you know what muscles are working when you are peeing or you're pooing. That's 1 or 2. Alright, the big job and the small job. So now imagine if you have to stop. So if you have to stop urination or if you have to stop excretion, what are the muscles that you will have to use? So give it a try. Think that you are peeing and then stop urinating. Think that you are excreting and then stop excreting. So try to feel the muscles. It's somewhere between the area of your urethra as well as your anus. So it's all muscles somewhere between. It's technically the perineum. So try to sense that part, and then when you breathe out, try to constrict it. So it's not something that you're going to be able to see. It's something that you'll have to try on your own. So inhale, and as you exhale, try to constrict the perineum so that you can constrict your anal muscles as well as your urethra, and try to see if you can suck it up. So again, breathe out, release. Inhale slowly, suck, hold and lift. So you're working with your pelvic floor muscles. So let's try to do that once again. Inhale and exhale, you try to suck, hold and stay there as you exhale and you hold your breath. and then release. See, over time you start developing the muscles there, which in turn starts helping you to have better control over your reproductive organs as well as your excretory organs. So make sure that you practice this. And these bandhas can be done in combination with a lot of postural practices so that you can really start sensing and building those muscles. So have a happy, wonderful life practicing few things that you can do on your own.